Welcome you all on Tech Special Information. This video is about some important concept of synchronous machine. This is the phasor diagram of a synchronous machine. Okay, so let's start our discussion from some basic concepts. Okay, see, I am drawing just a per phase diagram of a synchronous machine. Suppose this is induced EMF, this is represented by E, and then synchronous reactance is there, then synchronous resistance is there, then terminal voltage V. Okay, terminal voltage is represented by V, synchronous reactant XS, resistance R. Okay, this is the per phase diagram of a synchronous machine. So now if the machine is generator, so the power will flow from this side to this side. Okay, if this is generator, the power will flow from induced EMF to terminal voltage, and if this is motor, we have to give supply here. Okay, now the important concept is delta. Delta is called the power angle. In case of synchronous generator, this is E angle delta, this is V angle 0 degree. Okay, that means we are considering the output voltage or the terminal voltage as the reference quantity for phasor representation. Okay, so in case of synchronous generator, delta is positive. Okay, delta is positive means the power angle of induced EMF is higher than the power angle of terminal voltage. Okay, so remember, always active power flows from higher power angle to lower power angle, and reactive power flows from higher voltage to lower voltage. Okay, this is a very important question, very important concept. So that's why in case of generator, delta is positive, and in case of motor, delta is negative. Okay, now come to the phasor diagram. I think this is visible to you. This is phasor diagram for synchronous generator. What is the phasor equation of synchronous generator? What is the phasor equation? The phasor equation is E bar means phasor, equals to V plus IA, that is armature current. This is also phasor. IA multiplied by XS plus RA. RA is the armature resistance, and J quantity should be there. Okay, this is the phasor equation for synchronous generator. So if we draw the phasor diagram, how that will look like? See, first V is the reference quantity represented here, then I is the armature current. We are drawing this phasor diagram for lagging load. Okay, so I lags from voltage, means current lags from voltage by a certain angle, that is alpha here. Okay, and the IARA drop, that is the voltage drop due to the resistance. Okay, that will be in phase, that means parallel with the supply current, and then the voltage drop due to synchronous reactance. So this is the direction of the current. So voltage drop due to synchronous reactance leads by 90 degree from the current IA. Okay, so now induced EMF E is the phasor summation of V plus IRA plus IXS. So this is the induced EMF E. This is the induced EMF E represented here. Now what is the delta? Delta is the power angle, that is the angle between voltage and current. Okay, this is simple. So now in the gate examination, for the calculation of induced EMF, you can use the phasor equation that I have already written. The phasor equation, E equals to V plus IARA plus JIXS. That is the phasor equation. You can use that formula for the calculation of induced EMF or for the calculation of other parameters. But that will be quite difficult to solve the phasor equation using the virtual calculator. So that's why if we use just the magnitude form, that will be easier for us. So how to find out the magnitude form? See, this is V cos phi. Okay, this is V, this is phi. So this is V cos phi plus IARA. Okay, this is V cos phi plus IARA. This length. Okay, am I clear? Now this length is V sin phi, this length is IXS. So the equation is written here, V cos phi plus IARA whole square plus V sin phi plus IXS whole square. Now why plus minus is written here? Plus minus is written here to generalize the formula. Okay, how to generalize the formula? This phasor diagram is for generator and lagging load. Okay, this for generator and lagging load. So for generator and lagging loads, these two signs are positive. Okay, that is clear from this phasor diagram. Now you can draw phasor diagrams for other three cases, that means generator, leading load, motor, lagging load, and motor leading load. The shortcut is given here. That is, the shortcut is that when the generator and lagging load, in that case these two signs will be positive, and generator for leading load, first sign is positive, second sign will be negative, means this sign will be positive, this sign will be negative for generator and leading load. And for motor just sign will be changed. Motor lagging means here positive, here positive, positive will be negative and positive will be negative. Okay, and motor leading, compare with this, here is positive, so that will be negative, here is negative, that will be positive. This is the shortcut trick to remember the formula, and using this equation you can easily solve the questions from the related to induced EMF. Sometimes examiners ask to find out the armature current. Okay, all the parameters are given and you have to calculate the armature current. Okay, so in that case you can use this formula and you can calculate very easily. This was for cylindrical rotor. Okay, you know that synchronous machines are two types, depends upon the rotor construction. Okay, cylindrical rotor synchronous machine and salient pole rotor synchronous machines are also there. In case of cylindrical rotor, suppose this is, look at this, suppose this is the stator and this is the rotor. So air gaps are almost equal throughout the circumference. Okay, so this is the cylindrical rotor, means the rotor looks like a cylinder. But in case of salient pole rotor, okay, this will be the shape of rotor in case of 2 pole, and in case of 4 pole that will look like this. Okay, so air gap is not uniform. Somewhere the air gap is more between stator and rotor, and somewhere the air gap is less. So now see, now let's see for salient pole rotor what will be the equation. See, this phasor diagram is for salient pole rotor synchronous machine, and this is drawn for generator, again this is drawn for generator and lagging load. Okay, generator and lagging load. Now see, let me to discuss this. At first, induced EMF E is represented here, and V, this is the terminal voltage V, and current IA lags from terminal voltage by angle phi. Okay, and I having two components. Look at here, Look at here. Okay, I, that is the armature current, this having two components. One component is represented by ID, means the direct component, another is quadrature component, direct current and quadrature current. These two are represented why? The reason is that air gap is not uniform, so somewhere synchronous reactance is more and somewhere synchronous reactance is less. So synchronous reactance are divided into two components: direct axis synchronous reactance and quadrature axis synchronous reactances. Okay, suppose there is some amount of resistive drop that is represented by IARA, and this drop is in phase with the armature current, so this is parallel with the armature current. Okay, now V plus IARA up to this, then IDXD, direct axis synchronous reactance, that is perpendicular with ID, direct axis current. So this is IDXD up to this, then IQXQ, quadrature axis synchronous reactance drop, that will be perpendicular with the IQ. So this is perpendicular with the IQ, and the total phasor summation. Look at this. V, this is V plus IARA plus IDXD plus IQXU. So this is the phasor summation of induced EMF E. Okay, now I already told you, if we use the magnitude form, that will be easier for calculation. Now how to do that? See here, psi. Psi is the angle between induced EMF and armature current. Okay, so if this angle is psi, this angle is psi, this angle will also be psi. See here, this line and this line, these two lines are parallel. Okay, and this line and this line, these two lines are parallel. Okay, so this angle and this angle both are equal. So if this angle is psi, this angle is also psi. This angle psi means this angle is 90 minus psi. Okay, so if this angle is 90 minus psi, this is a right angular triangle, so this angle will be psi. That is the concept. Now cos psi. Cos psi means this angle is psi, so the cos psi means this divided by this. Okay, so this is represented by AB. See here, this is IQXQ, so this will be also IQXQ, as because both are same in length. Okay, so cos psi means IQXQ, that means this divided by this line. This length is represented by AB, AB here. Okay, so AB equals to IQXQ divided by cos psi, and see from here, this IA cos psi, IA cos psi, that means IQ. Okay, so this, if we substitute the IQ by this equation, IA cos psi, so that means cos psi cancel, so IA XQ. So now the AB is IA XQ. Okay, now we have to calculate the tan psi. Okay, why the calculation of tan psi is important? To calculate this angle, the tan psi is important. Okay, so tan psi means this total length divided by this length. Okay, so the tan psi equals to V sin phi plus IAXQ divided by V cos phi plus IARA. Okay, see here, the equation of tan psi is written here, that is V sin phi plus minus Ix cube by V cos phi plus IARA. Plus minus is written for generalizing the equation, plus for lag. We have shown the phasor diagram for generator and lagging power factor. So there V cos phi plus Ix cube was there. So for leading, negative sign will be here. And remember this, here lag, for lag the sign will be positive, for lead the sign will be negative, both for motor and generator. But especially in case of motor, these two sign will be applied. With this, Ia will be replaced by minus I. So in case of motor and leading, what will be the equation in case of motor and leading? For leading, V sin phi plus IRA, I will be replaced by minus Ia x cube, and divided by V cos phi. Ia will be again replaced by minus Ia, so minus Ia R. So this will be the equation for motor and lagging power factor. Okay. Now see here, from here we can say the psi equals to power factor angle phi divided by the load angle delta. Okay, this is for generator and lagging power factor. Now see here, the generalized tricks is written here for generator and lagging power factor. Remember this, psi equals to delta plus phi. Now the sign of these three parameters will vary according to the generator, motor, lagging, leading. So for generator and lagging power factor load, phi will be positive, delta positive, and phi positive. Three are positive. In case of leading, generator and leading, phi will be negative and other two parameters will have the positive sign. And in case of motor and lagging, psi negative, delta negative, and phi positive. And in case of motor and leading, all three are positive. So try to remember this. This will be very helpful. Okay. So this was the brief discussion about the cylindrical rotor synchronous machine and salient pole rotor synchronous machine. Let's take a repeat look again. You have to remember this equation, this EMF equation. Okay, you have to remember this sign, and then you have to remember this phasor diagram. With this, these equations are important, tan psi equation and this equation and this equation are important, and you have to remember the sign, remember the concept about the sign. Okay, so in the upcoming lecture I will also discuss about some other important concept of synchronous machine. Okay, thank you.